What's going on, everybody? I'm going to talk about E3 predictions and my thoughts about each company and what they're going to bring to the house 2013 for E3. I'm going to first start off with Nintendo. Even though Nintendo is not going to be at E3 this year, they are going to hold a Nintendo Direct, and they're going to talk about all the new games that is coming out that have been announced or semi been announced past the year. uh, and are going to be surprised. First thing is Retro Studios. They're finally going to announce their game, and I think it was leading to Starbright series. It's an old NES game. I do know that. It's an NES game I never played, so I would have no clue about it. But I think people that are from that whole generation, NES generation, would probably be in shock with Retro Studios. Um, Next, I think they're going to announce a 3D Mario game, and I hope it is not Mario Galaxy 3, because I am done hearing about Mario Galaxy. I love the first one, second one, but I think they should, with the new generation, they should move to something with the new IP. Um, of course, they're gonna have Mario Kart U or Mario Kart 8 or whatever they're gonna call it. Super Smash Brothers 4, whichever one they're gonna call it. They're gonna show a trailer, I'm sure. What else? They're gonna show Pikmin 3. They're gonna show Super Mario, Luigi's Dream. They're gonna show Super Luigi U. They're gonna show Wonderful 101. They're gonna show Bayonetta 2. They're gonna show a bunch of games. They're gonna show Wind Waker HD. They're gonna show. I don't think they're gonna show anything about Zelda HD, but maybe they'll show like a really small hint on it. And if they do, I'd be very happy if they did. Other than that, I think that's about it. They might show a few new IP of 3DS games, and maybe they'll give us some more surprises that we've wanted from Nintendo. Um, Something that we don't know. Something else I would like to see is that whole X game from the same people that did um, forgot the name of the game. I have it. But I'm very ecstatic to see what that brings to the table. Now for PlayStation, they just actually announced that they're going to showcase 40 games at E3. Now, 40 games that's cross Vita and cross PlayStation 3 and cross PlayStation 4. So this is all combination for three different systems. So you gotta expect that 40 games may seem like a lot, but if you're trying to branch it out to multiple systems, you got a launch window or a launch day set of games that they needed to show. They needed to show games for PlayStation 3. At least some games. People still own PlayStation 3s. Not, I don't think they should show many PlayStation 3 games because if they're gonna start for the next generation, they should just talk about the PlayStation 4 games. Maybe they should just, when they're announcing it PlayStation 4, they say, oh, it's also for PlayStation 3 as well. Some games. I don't think all the games should be. Which is pretty stupid to me because cross-platform is kind of annoying. Like the Wii didn't do that. Nintendo didn't do that. They didn't go, oh, we're gonna stick with the Wii and we're gonna when we announce the Wii U, we're going to announce it is also compatible with the Wii. It's like, alright, stick to next generation, just go with next generation. If people whine and cry that it's not on the PlayStation 3 or Xbox One or Xbox 4 or not Xbox 4, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, too bad. Like, buy the system. That is, marketing. That's the way that people are gonna get you to buy their system. Don't. make the game also available. I can get Call of Duty because it's a huge franchise, and people expect a Call of Duty every year. And so this year that they have Call of Duty, they're like, okay, we'll go cross-platform because not everybody's going to have or the money to buy a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. So I mean, I understand that, but anything that's like an adventure game that's coming up, I don't like Dark Souls 2. Like, why? You know, like some of these games, like why are they? If they were announced last year, like Assassin's Creed 4, like okay, I understand. That was announced last year for just gen consoles. And if they're putting it for next gen consoles as well, I understand that because they announced it last year. And I think they're just doing that because they already knew about the systems and blah blah blah. So my predictions for PlayStation. Um, I think they're going to announce Last Guardian. I do believe that's going to finally happen. I really wish that they announced Kingdom Hearts 3, but I don't see that happening. I do believe the game exists. I do believe that is an existence of a game, but I don't think that Square Enix wants to really showcase that right now because they're going to be talking about more about the new Final Fantasy game that's coming out. And I think they want to pay attention to that because it's huge for them. It's a very big franchise for them, and they fell in the face of the earth of Final Fantasy 13. That whole like series, like I love Final Fantasy. I love the whole atmosphere, but I could not get into 13. Just couldn't get into it. Um, but they are going to announce a new Final Fantasy game that is exclusively for PlayStation. Um, what else? There's going to be tons of games. You know, the games that they already announced: Knack, Killzone, Infamous. You're gonna see all these games. Dark Souls 2. You're gonna see all these games for PlayStation that you already have seen. Um, I think there's going to be way more new IPs and better IPs for PlayStation than Xbox One. People said I think there's what, 8 new IPs for Xbox One. I don't know. I'm very clueless to what they're going to bring to the table for Microsoft. I'm very disappointed in Microsoft and the way that they handled this whole, you know, the whole reveal. I think the name is very confusing to people. It's as confusing as the Wii U because you put a one on top of something and it feels like a fresh start, but it also feels like you're traveling back in the past and you're trying to become what you were and what you're gonna start off with, and integrating TV is cool, but I don't pay for cable, so it's like there's no point for me to even really get this system. I'm not gonna pay 3, 4, $500 for a system when I can stream all my stuff already on my Xbox or on my PlayStation 3. Like, you know, I stream my movies, I stream Netflix, I stream Hulu, I stream Amazon. I mean, there's just so many providers out there that are going to give me what I want. That I buy movies too. Like, I don't really need to watch live television as well. There's other ways of watching live television. You know, there's Justin.tv that has television on it. I mean, you don't really need to. Maybe there's a certain type of show that you're very interested in. Um, I usually buy it from Amazon or I'll download it or something of some sort, like a Walking Dead or something. Like if I'm excited to watch it, I will watch it as it's showing, and I'll find a way to watch it. But um, I think live television is a way to get people to like certain shows that are nobody knows of, or to watch certain type of television stuff, series that nobody knows of. But me as a person that I don't have time, I work all the time, and the time that I have when I can play video games or watch TV, I need to be able to coincide for that stuff. So I don't have time to sit on my couch here and watch live television all day long. If I get older, I think that'd be a little more of an investment for me. But as I'm a younger person. I don't really have the time or want to put the time down to watch live television in the first place. That's why majority of the younger generation doesn't really spend money. They get their own place. They don't spend money on getting cable. They just get internet because one, it's cost effective, and two, most of us younger people, we don't really sit down and watch television. We watch movies and television once in a while, but we're either working, we're going to school, we're outside, we're doing stuff to better our lives. So the live television aspect to me, I think, is pretty stupid. I mean, I think the biggest thing that was cool about it was the fantasy sports thing. Like, I don't really watch sports, but the people that do watch sports, I think that's pretty cool. That you can actually pick the people that you think are gonna win and stuff. Like, I think that alone is cool, but I don't think some of the features that they showed were worth the money that I feel like they're gonna show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that at E3 they need to really show something. And I just heard that they're not gonna do a post E3 Q&A, which is very bad. Like, you need to be able to show and talk to the press about your product, about the questions that they have. These are the people that are going to branch out to other blogs and stuff and talk about your system, talk about your company, and talk about what you have to show to the table. And now that you're not going to do that, like, what is going on? Like, they need to, they're in a very bad spot right now, in my opinion. There might be some people out there that are very dedicated to Xbox because all their friends use Xbox, but all of my friends use Xbox. I was actually a Sony person, and then all my friends use Xbox, and then I bought an Xbox just because they were using it. And then I bought majority of my games for Xbox because all my friends were using Xbox. But now I'm selling all my Xbox stuff because I feel like I should go back to Sony because I started off with Sony, and I want to end with Sony. I want to continue with Sony because I am dedicated, and I put more of my money into Sony. So for E3, I think this is going to be very interesting. It's going to be a very interesting week. Um, to say the least. And then we have WWDC for Apple like going on at the same time. So it's always a very big second big week in June, and that week alone is just huge. Not only for E3, but we have big movies coming out, and we have big games coming out as well. We got Animal Crossing New Leaf. We have Last of Us. We have few big movies coming out that are huge. Man of Steel, and This Is the End. Um, so it's going to get huge next week, and my body is ready. My body is ready for next week, and I hope your guys' body is ready. Please rate and comment, subscribe. I appreciate all of your guys' criticism. If you like Microsoft, or if you like Sony, if you like Nintendo, it's perfectly fine. I'm not a fanboy of one particular game system. I love video games in general. I have a souped-up PC. I have all the consoles. I think in the long run that I'm going to get the PlayStation 4 first, only because, first of all, money is a big and essential. I'm not going to spend $1 bajillion on game systems right at launch. I eventually will get the Xbox down the road, but first I think Sony is going to have my money out of my pocket. So please let me know what you think, what your opinions are. I appreciate all the criticism. Thank you. Bye bye.